So please subscribe, like, and share this video. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Professor in Suit. My name is Mr. Akshay. We finished part 3 for the grade 12. Now let's go to the last part. Okay, and the last part is the biggest, not the biggest, like you can say, the most interesting part, easiest as well as little tricky, which most of the students skip it. But I don't want my student to skip it because it's very easy if you know the knack of it. Okay, so let's straight get dive into it. So part 4, where we deal with the functions. So what are the amplitudes, what are the periods, how the graph is, how is tan, how is sine, how is cosecant, all kind of trigonometric graphs and different types of graphs. Okay, it's very easy. So let's see, start from the first thing. After we did the exact value, we did this exact value all with the calculator. We skipped this part to keep it in the part 4 because I want this and the next part to be together because they're all together as the same kind of thing to be learned. So let's go ahead with this thing. What is this? Determine the period of a function. Now, how you find period? Know what's period? Like you have your school period, right? Like your period is of 45 minutes. So after 45 minutes, the whole period repeats, but with another teacher. So the whole thing repeats again. 45 minutes, 45 minutes, 45 minutes. How you know 45 minutes? Because that's the period set, which repeats again. So same thing in function also. So the whole graph, when it repeats itself, that's the period. So we start from 0 and see from 0 how is the graph going, and the same way again when it repeats, so that point will determine its period. Okay, look in the question, you will explain more deeply. Now look here, let's see question number 13. Now to see, to find any period, see the graph, this blue graph, where it starts from 0. Now how it is starting from 0 going up, how it is starting from 0 going up. Now, same thing going up where it repeats again at 10, right? You see? So, what's the period of this function? 10. Easy. Because you see, the same graph of this triangle and the circle repeats again after 10. Then again after 20. Again after 30. So, you see, the period is how much? 10. We'll do all questions so that you get a knack of it. So, what's the period? It's 10. What about this? So you see from the 0, it goes down. Where again it will go down, not here, here, it will go down. You see? You understand? So it's going down, going up, again going down and up. So where it goes again down at what? At number 6. So that's the period. So what's the period of this one? 6. Understood? What about this one? Question 15th. Now look, at 0, how is it going? It's going straight. Now again it will go straight. Check for it. No, 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 no. Here. Again it will go straight from here, right? So what is this? This is the period. So that interval is the period. Oh, there is no value over here. What do you think? What will be the value? So it starts from 0, then you have a pi, and then you have a middle. So it will be the middle one, 0.5 pi, then 1.5 pi, then 2 pi, and this will be 2.5 pi. Okay, or you can also say it to be, so what's the period? 2.5 pi, or I can also say it to be 5 over 2 pi. Okay, you see, so that's the period. Easy. Let's do 16th one. I'll do it 16th one, but I want you guys to try. Pause the video, think about it, how to do it. You got the answer? Let's check whether it's the correct. So at 0, it's going up. Where again it will go up at this point. So what's the period? 2 pi. Easy. Okay, so its period is what? 2 pi. Again, pause the video. Try the next two, 17th and 18th question. Because I want you to get the master of it. So pause the video and try it. And after that, we'll come back to the answer. So I think you did it. Let's go to question number 17. Again, how it is going in 17th, it's going up. Where again it will go up here. So what's the number? 4. So what's the period? 4. Easy peasy. What about this one? You see, at 0 there is a space. Where it's again comes the space. Like, let me zoom it. Okay, so at this 0 there is a space. And then it starts. Okay. So the period over here where it repeats again itself. You see, at 0 there is a space. So they have not kept the graph at 0. So you see, there is no graph at 0. So they have shifted it over here. No problem. We start from here. Okay. So what is this? 0.5 pi. That is 1 over 2 pi. You see, the graph starts from here. It goes. So we start from here. The only problem with this question is like, good, this question came. It doesn't start from 0. So if it starts from a particular number, the graph starts from particular number, how to do it in that case? Now you see, it starts from half pi. So it's going up. Where again it will go up here at 2.5. Where it is 2.5 pi, right? So this is 2.5 pi. So in this case, you can't straight away take as 2.5 pi as the period. No, because at 0, there is no graph. So in this case, how to find period? Minus, very easy. What you will do? 2.5 pi minus this 1 over 2 pi, that is 0.5. So 2.5 pi minus 0.5 pi will be how much? 2 pi. So that's the period. Understood? So 2 pi is the period. Easy how you find. So this question 18 was something different. Okay, so I'll asterisk it. Must make a star of it. It doesn't look like a star. It looks like a goku's head, but it's fine. Okay, that's a little bit important. So when you review, look at this question carefully. It's a little bit different. Okay, so let's go to the next one. This we did it. Next one. Now here. Find the amplitude and the period of each function. Now to find amplitude and period of each function, how many minutes? 7. We have more, how many? 18 minutes. Let's take 15. Okay. So before 9. Okay. Now let's go to this question. Ignore what did I just say. I was just counting how much time we need to finish this. Okay, let's go to this question. Find the amplitude and period of each function. Now to find amplitude and period of this, all cosine, sine, you should know the kanun, right? What's the kanun for this sine and cosines? Very easy. That's what I have marked it over here. So that's the kanun. So for function of form y equals sine a bx and cosine a bx, falling is the amplitude. So you see, if the function is sine, if the function is cosine, what's the amplitude? The a, the first part. So the start, you see, the letter before, sorry, the number before the sine, the number before the cosine, okay, will show you the amplitude, will show you the amplitude. But if there is no number, we take it as 1. So 1 is the amplitude. And what's the period? 360 divided by b. Now what's this b? And that to positive b. We don't take negative b. Even if it's negative, we take the positive. What's this b? The b is the number with x. The b is the number with x. Okay. So 360 divided by b will give you the period. Let's straight go to the question. Question 5. Now what's a? The number before cosines. That's 2. So that's your amplitude. So what's the amplitude? So I'll say amplitude is A. How much is it? 2. And what's the period? It's 360 divided by B. Now what's B? The number with the variable. Now with theta, there is no number. So let's take 1. So it's 360 over 1. So period is what? 360 degree. Okay, so that's the period. 360 is also called as 2 pi. Okay, for your kind information, you can remember it this way. Why 2 pi? Because pi is 180. So 2 times 180 is 360. You can remember it this way. Let's go to question number 6. 6 seems to be same. Amplitude is 2. Okay, and what about period? Same. What it will be 360 divided by number with theta. There's no number means 1, so it's 360. That's also called as 2 pi. Now pause the video. Try question number 7. Okay, so I think you got the answer. Let's verify. What's the amplitude? Oh, there is no number before cosine. If there is no number means what? It's 1. So amplitude is what? 1. And what's the period? 360 divided by the number with the theta. What's the number with theta? Half. So 1 over 2. So what it will be? Put in the calculator, you will get 720 degree. 720 is what? I think 4 pi. 4 times 180 is 720. I think so, yes. So that's 4 pi. Understood? Rest of the questions again is easy. Out of this 8, 9, and 10, I'll do question number 8. What's the amplitude? Everything I think it's the same. I prefer not to do it. I want you guys to try it. So pause this video and try it. Okay, I think you have the answers. Let's go ahead. So what's the amplitude? It's 3 over 4. And what's the period? 360 over 1. That's just 360. That is 2 pi. Here, the amplitude is half. And what's the period? 360 over 2. That's 180. That's just pi. And what about this one? The amplitude is 3. I hope everybody got this correct answer. So it's 360 divided by 2. The b is 2. That's 180. That's pi. Good. So that's how you do it, the amplitude and period of a function. Let's go to the next one. Now, for each graph, identify the period and write an equation. Okay. So, if they have given you the graph, you need to find the period and write an equation. Period is pretty easy. And how you write the equation? You know the equation. This is the equation. You see, y equal a sine bx, y equal a cosine bx. A is the amplitude, and 360 by b is the period. Okay, I'll tell you step by step. Don't worry, it's very easy. Okay, step by step. Okay, first of all, to write any equation you need two things. Sorry, three things, my bad. Three things. First thing, you need to know whether it is sine or cosine. What you need to know, whether it is sine or cosine. I'll write down over here. Okay, let me make it space. Okay, so first thing, you need to know whether it is sine or cosine. Step 1, sine or cosine. How you know whether it's sine or cosine? If the graph, you see, if this blue one starts from the 0, then it is sine. If it starts from something else number, then it is cosine. You see. So what about this 24? This is cosine. So what's the first step? That's cosine. Okay. Let me erase it. Okay, I'll write down over here up so that I'll write down over here step 1, sine or cosine. Okay, so for here, this question number 24, question number 25, question number, all will do together. Okay, no, question number 26 we won't do. I want you guys to try it. Okay, so I have to give one question for you to try, right? So 24 and 25 will do. 24, does it starts from 0? No, so that's cosine. So what you have, y equal a cosine bx. So that's your equation. What will be function here? Y equal, oh, it starts from 0. You see, the function starts from 0. You see, it goes from 0. It doesn't start from here. Whereas this function here at 0, it doesn't start at 0. It starts from up value, right? So this is cosine and this is sine. This A sine bx. Okay. The next step we need to find A and B. What's A? What's B? You know. So what's the second step? Find A. And third step, find B. Now what's A? A is the amplitude. The number before trigonometry is amplitude. Now how you determine the amplitude? Very easy. See for the graph. Where is the function going? Till what extent up it is going? Like here you see. So here it is going till 1.5, and same down it is going negative 1.5. 1.5 is what? 3 over 2, right? So that's your A. So what's your A? 3 over 2. So what's your A? 3 over 2. Okay. Cosine. Okay. That's your amplitude. What about here? What's the A? Till where it is going up? Till here. Now what's that value? 4 and then 5. Same is it going down? Yes, minus 4, minus 5. But we take only the positive value, 5. 5 sine. The next is B. Now to find B, you should know the period. You should know the period. Now how do you know the period? We did from the graph above. See from the 0. At 0, how is the graph going? And again, when it's repeating, that is your period. Let's see. So let's see in the first one. So at 0, the graph is going down. Where again it goes down here. So what's the period? 360. So what's the period? 360. Oh, wait, I'll use blue color. So period is what? 360. And we know what's the Kanun 360 is the period. What's the period Kanun? It's 360 over B, right? And the period, you already also got the same number, 360. So 360 equal 360 over B. Okay. So what will be B? Do shift solve. Do shift solve. So what's B? So 360, 60 alpha equal 360 over B. That's alpha x. Shift solve. What do you get? 1. So what's the x? 1. So your B is what? 1. So B is 1. Okay, and also I think they also want period. So what's the period? 360. If they want it separately, you can write period 360 and B is 1. Put the 1 here, 1x. Okay, so that's your function over here. Same over here, tell me for the 25th question. What will be the period? Check at 0. How is the graph going? At 0, the graph is going up. Where again it is going up here at 180. So what's the period? 180. So period is what? So period is 180. And the period kanun is what? 360 over B. So 180 is equal to 360 over B. Do shift solve. What do you get? B again. So same way. So it's 180. Okay. Shift solve equal. So what's x? 2. So your B is what? 2. Finish. Put this 2 here. Okay, so what do you get? 5 sine 2x. So this is this graph's function, and this is this graph's function. Easy. Now pause the video and try 26th question. Okay, so that's it. So for at this moment we'll stop over here, because next in part 5 we will do the next part. Okay, the asymptotes, the midline transformation. Hope you like it. Thank you.